Next time on Leepu and Pitbull. Pitbull's old buddy Dave asked the duo to transform an Oldsmobile Cutlass into a mean drag racer.
Gotta be unique.
You just lit the fuse.
I love it.
But while Leepu got to work,
What do you think?
Sick, man.
Pitbull set his sights on a side bet.
A boat race.
Right now, that car's gonna have to wait a little bit. That's right, baby. It's time to pay up.
Now, the guys have just 2 weeks to finish customizing the Cutlass race car.
That's barely an engine. I'm so worried, Steve.
Relax, man. I have a plan. Jackpot.
Before Dave hits the QuarterMile.
There's nothing more American than a custom car. But today, custom means expensive. I'm Steve Pitbull, mechanic by trade. My dream? Make one-of-a-kind cars, but make them affordable. Body work? I don't do body work. How? Meet Leepu.
The hammer made the world.
He's a car designer from Bangladesh I first saw online. He takes old junk scraps and builds unbelievable cars by hand.
This is my paintbrush, and these are my sculpting tools.
Nobody in America builds stuff like this.
I'm a simple guy with a big dream to be the greatest car designer in America.
So I brought him here to do things a little differently and make both of our American dreams come true. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
At Pitbull Motors, customization of an 87 Oldsmobile Cutlass is back on. And Leepu's boat-inspired nose is complete.
I think it looks pretty good.
But all Pitbull's done is partly install a 300 horsepower engine that he plans to boost to 600. Before he can get started, customer Dave shows up at the shop to check on progress.
Steve!
Oh, Dave, what's up, man?
Yeah, behind the toolbox doing nothing again, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know.
Like usual, hanging out doing nothing.
I'm putting my money away that I just made off you.
Oh, yeah.
I know you saw about that.
Yeah, you get lucky now and then.
What are you doing?
Come to check on the car, see what the progress looks like. We're getting close to deadline day, you know that.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll make things happen, you know?
All right, well, let's see.
Pitbull's promised to turn the Cutlass into a drag racer. And Dave wants it ready for the start of race season in 2 weeks.
Here it is.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Leepu, how are you? I'm good. How are you? All right. Well, here we are. Hey, the front looks pretty good.
Not bad, right?
Definitely unique.
I don't
You got a motor in here yet, or?
Yeah, I got an engine in here, of course. Transmission, too. Right here.
That's barely an engine. Where's the rest of it? There's nothing here. I don't know how you think you're gonna have this done in 2 weeks.
Don't worry, man. I have a plan.
Steve, remember the deal. This thing's gotta be fast.
It'll be fast, believe me.
Pitbull might be confident now, but after his boat race defeat, Dave has another challenge for him.
First race in this car, it's gonna be up against your truck. What does your truck run in a quarter-mile?
No spray, 10-second quarter-mile.
If this car doesn't run A 990 or a 10-0? It's on the house.
Dave wants the car for free if it can't beat Pitbull's 800 horsepower Chevy SS drag truck. Pitbull knows his 600 horsepower plan for the Cutlass won't cut it against the SS. But this master mechanic just can't resist a challenge.
What am I gonna do? Make up some kind of a story? Tell Dave I can't make the car any faster than it is? Of course I can make it faster.
That a deal?
Deal.
Pitbull's just staked his 20 grand fee against building a sub 10-second drag racer in 2 weeks.
The boat race was for $1,000. The car race is going to be a whole lot more money than that. Steve jeopardized the whole business. If he doesn't win this bet, this business is done. Steve, what have you done? You got a challenge with him?
Don't worry,
It will
man.
ruin us. It'll ruin the whole business.
I have everything in check. Don't you worry about it.
For the Cutlass to win the race, Pitbull must now give it 800 horsepower to match his truck. And he takes to the road to reassure Leepu he knows how to give a car serious power.
I'm gonna have to show you what 800 horsepower does for a car. Alright, Leepu, look. This over here's about a quarter-mile, right? And I'm gonna show you what Dave's up against with this truck.
Right.
Leepu has no idea what he's in for. This here is a big boy car. Are you ready? Here we go.
1,
Yeah, we gotta be faster than this, bro.
even faster than this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pitbull's breakneck quarter-mile has done nothing to reassure Leepu.
You only got 2 weeks to make that car powerful enough to beat your truck. This is serious. This is a very fast truck. We have to build a super fast car.
Relax, man. I have a plan. We're gonna add boost. 2 turbos, dial up 800 horsepower the cheap way, get it in the car quick, and we're in business.
Pitbull's 600 horsepower plan required a single turbo. To make 800, he knows he needs 2, but turbos don't come cheap.
How much are those turbos gonna cost?
About $800.
Watch out, man. Don't go more than that. You promise me.
I can do it, man. I can do it.
Pitbull's set on buying twin turbos. And back at the shop,
The sweet intercooler.
he has the crew prepping the car ready for them.
What I'm doing here is putting an auxiliary transmission cooler on. Gonna keep this trans cool, keep failure from happening.
Twin turbos will force high-pressure air into the engine to burn more fuel.
You get the left side up.
And to stop it overheating, the crew must add 2 cooling systems to this soon-to-be very powerful engine.
It's fast, it's powerful, you know, and it's gonna perform, and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. It's so much fun when you're building something that's not a cookie cutter car.
Next day, Pitbull's on the hunt for turbos. And when he's looking for cheap power, he hits the junkyard.
I need not 1 but 2 turbos, and I can't go to the store and spend top dollar. I have to get a good deal. When we're working with a budget like we're working with, It is what it is. You got to start somewhere like this.
Pitbull's only looking to spend $800.
Turbos.
But for that, he must give the Cutlass an extra 500 horsepower.
So I'm walking around in this little turbo container. I find these little bitty turbos that you can't do anything with. Horrible. Jimmy,
Steve,
you know, I'm over here fishing around for a turbo, and this is all I come with.
is that mine?
Yeah, this thing couldn't power a pacemaker.
That's why it's still here.
Yeah, I hear you. Right now, I need 2 big giant turbos.
I have a pair of turbos. 59 millimeter.
Ooh, that's exactly what I
They're
need.
brandy new. They're for my own project. That's a little ways out. But you want to see them
Yeah,
first?
let's see what you got. Oh,
Brand new, matching pair, bullseye power.
bullseye 59 millimeter turbos? Jackpot. Dude, this is exactly what I need.
These turbos can deliver the power Pitbull's after, but brand new, they come with a serious $3,000 price tag.
Let's talk turkey, man. You know how it goes. At $3,000 new, cut it in half, 1,500, I'm done.
No way. I'll help you out with the 2 of these for $2,000.
You know, right now, I don't care what it costs, we have to get these turbos. I'm just gonna pay and run.
Well, now I know you really needed them.
Oh, you sure do. Now I can put guys back to work.
I'm happy, he's happy. But I'm not sure Leepu's going to be that happy when he finds out he spent $2,000.
$2,000? Dude, 2,000 is a deal on these. 2,000 was a fair price.
Hey, you buy the whole complete motor for $2,000.
Nah.
Even less than that. They've got you by the...
Leepu and Pitbull have less than 2 weeks left to make this Oldsmobile Cutlass as fast as Pitbull's drag truck, or they won't get paid. And to hit his ambitious 800 horsepower target, Pitbull's blown $2,000 on turbos.
Too much money, man. Too much money spending for turbo $2,000.
This bill's about the power. If we don't make enough power, Dave doesn't pay us and he keeps his car. This is security. This is like a safety blanket. It's like insurance.
Do what you gotta do. I mean,
Believe me, I got this man. You know, Leepu doesn't understand. In order to make money, you gotta invest money. This is an investment.
I don't know. He's going crazy. I mean, he's just like a cat in the candy store. He wants to buy everything. He's spending all the money, and now I feel like I'm stupid, you know?
Leepu might be worried about the build budget, but Pitbull's #1 focus isn't money. It's giving the Cutlass some serious turbo power.
This is a turbocharger. How this works is exhaust pressure goes through here, spins the wheel that's in here, air gets forced back into the intake, building up more boost than the engine would get from the normal atmosphere.
And more boost pressure means more power.
By the time we're done with this car, bang for the buck, it's going to have more horsepower per dollar than any car we've had through the shop yet.
The next morning, Pitbull's in early. He's got a plan to save the dwindling budget and get back on Leepu's good side.
You know, after all that money I just spent on the turbos, I came up with a great idea how to get some of that money back and make some space at the shop as well.
Pitbull's taking Leepu to the Field of Wheels car show. where he plans to sell a truckload of spare parts.
Yeah, man! We're here! Look at them cars!
You know, today I got a trailer load of junk to sell off. Got a bunch of parts, I got some wheels and a few other things. I also got a 74 Javelin AMX for only $9,500. I'm just hoping the customers come running. That's it, we're ready to rock.
I'm ready to rock. So,
Now we just need some customers with money.
Pitbull gets straight down to the business of selling.
I mean, this car here, this is a turnkey and go daily driver for $9,500. I can't see anybody doing any better on it. All right, man. Thanks. See you later. Thanks.
Across the field, Leepu's in car heaven.
wow! The cars everywhere! Classic car, muscle car, powerful car, fast car, everywhere, different color. Great. Nice car.
Soon, one particular design classic catches his eye.
Wow, I really like this car. Is it yours?
Yes, it is. It's a 1972 De Tomaso Pantera GTS.
The Italian De Tomaso Pantera was created by an American designer. It features a 5.8-liter V8 Ford engine and a distinctive Delta Wing spoiler.
Nice spoiler. Does it work?
I think it'll give you a couple £100 of downforce.
This makes a statement. Looks fast. This is what we need for our race car.
And for Leepu, a big horsepower race car needs to make a big statement.
We're building a race car, which is 800 horsepower.
Yes,
So you got how much horsepower? How many horsepower in this car?
430.
430. So it's pretty much double. So we need bigger spoiler than that.
I would think so. Couldn't hurt.
Leepu's found fresh inspiration for the Cutlass. And back at the stall, Pitbull's finally making some money.
Thanks a lot, bro.
Nice. Thanks, man.
I'll take it.
Done deal.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man. You've got a deal. Good deal. It's a nice feeling. Making space and making money. You know, all in all, it wasn't a bad day. I didn't sell that AMX, but I sold $1,500 worth of used parts. That'll help to pay off those turbos.
Hi, Steve. Hey, you've done pretty good, man. You cleaned the table up.
Everything.
Wow.
Except for those tires and those bumpers.
I knew you were going to make it.
Yeah.
You're very good
What
at
did
it.
you do all day?
So, here we go. You've done a great job. Sold all this stuff.
Oh, this is what I get?
Yeah. You know what I found?
What?
I know what I'm going to do to the Oldsmobile.
What? Not only do you have your inspiration, but you have all of this to load up in the trailer. I'm going to go see the car. Call me when it's done, and I'll drive out of here.
What are you talking about?
Load
Where
it
you
up.
going?
Load it up.
Back at the shop, the turbo build is in full swing. Pitbull's asked Brian to fit a radical exhaust system that will boost performance.
So we're going to take a pipe, something like this. We're going to shove it in through this hole. It's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to connect onto the turbo. It's going to be welded right onto a V-band.
Instead of running exhaust out of the back of the car, Brian's pipes will let fumes directly out the sides.
You know, the name of the game is get air in, get air out. Can't get air out much more efficient than that.
It may be efficient, but the pipes go right through Leepu's front fenders.
Now, Leepu doesn't know about my exhaust yet. He's either going to like it or he's going to hate it.
The next day, Leepu's so excited to start work on his spoiler at the back, he doesn't even notice the two giant holes in the front.
Guys! Come here!
What's up, Leepu?
Check this out.
What is it?
I'm gonna make a big spoiler here. We're talking big! I wanna be able to reach it.
Leepu's sticking to his theory that the more horsepower, the bigger the spoiler.
Bigger, more bigger. This is only 500 horsepower. 600, 700, 800 horsepower.
All right.
No,
really?
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's huge. That's why I need you guys' help. Let's get the sheet metal, start making it.
The spoiler works like an upside-down airplane wing.
Right here.
So instead of creating lift, it creates downforce.
Downforce, which keeps the car, which is the wheel, on the ground to go boom fast.
Race car manufacturers design spoilers using the latest computer technology.
10 each.
But Leepu relies on just a ruler, a marker pen, and his eye.
These are the stands. When we make this, then we're gonna go for the top. We'll taper, and then like a sandwich, and put it together. It'll look like thick.
We're using the English wheel to kind of give it a slight curve.
Rolling metal on the English wheel causes it to stretch and bend into the shape the crew need.
So just this little bit of curve that we added gives it a little bit of dimension, but the strength, it's just a lot stronger.
The whole structure is then reinforced by lightweight aluminum rods.
They're gonna look so crazy. I like it.
I'm having fun working with these guys. When I started, they didn't even know what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. Now, I just say, this, they answered everything. I love it.
Leepu's rear spoiler is taking shape. At the front, Pitbull and Brian are putting the finishing touches to their straight-shooting turbo exhaust system. And Leepu finally spies what they're up to.
What are these?
Exhaust pipes.
Exhaust pipe to the fender?
Yeah.
That's my area, man. It looks ugly. I see two massive holes in my fenders. What's going on? Come on, dude. I mean, you're messing with my design.
You'll never even notice it.
This is the last time, dude. Don't mess with my body.
Leepu and Pitbull have just 10 days to finish building their first drag car.
The exhaust comes to the fender. How it looks?
And Leepu's just discovered Pitbull's exhausts are sticking straight out of his front fenders.
Well, listen, power has to come before the design. You make the power and the design around it.
It looks ugly.
Looks like a warthog with tusks.
That's what I'm saying.
It's missing my design.
But the fender exhausts aren't the only mechanical change Leepu has to worry about.
And what is this?
It's the engine.
The alternator?
Yeah.
With the alternator added on top, this junkyard 5.3 Chevy motor no longer fits under Leepu's hood.
The whole thing is sticking out the hood. It's not going to be closed.
You're going to make the hood. The hood comes after this.
I want to have a nice, smooth, sleek hood. I didn't have any plan for it, man.
You got to make one.
Now, I have to create a completely new hood. How? It changes the whole design.
Leepu, for you, this is a piece of cake. You're going to come in with your tools, and you're going to cut, and you're going to weld, and you're going to hammer, and it's going to look perfect.
Come on, Magic Fingers. You know you love to cut hoods up. You always put a scoop on it or something.
The holes are already there. The alternator is already there. I got no choice. I got to make it work.
But before Leepu can start work on the hood, he has a giant spoiler to finish.
Yeah, just don't go right. That's it. That's it right there. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to do the top.
How's the top gonna go, Leepu?
Top? Let's make it.
Leepu believes his spoiler's wing is crucial to achieving a sub 10-second quarter mile. And to work, it's got to have a smooth curve.
That's nice, man. It's happening. I can see it. Look at the curve. So this is the top one. Let's weld it.
As a car drives fast, air flows over the spoiler's curves, and Leepu knows the shape of his curves are crucial in creating downforce.
Yeah. This bottom part is longer than the top one. That means air travels longer. That means it creates a vacuum underneath. It pulls it down.
And with the final tack,
Boom. Yeah.
Leepu's wing is finished. There are just 8 days left until the Cutlass must go up against Pitbull's truck. The engine has a serious power upgrade, but the rest of the mechanical system is still stuck in 1987.
Got a little rusted in there.
Old rusted brakes won't stop an 800 horsepower race car. Which means Pitbull must dive even deeper into his disappearing budget.
When you make fast cars even faster than they are, well, you gotta make them stop fast too. So I'm on my way right now to go see a guy, Enzo, who knows all about brakes, and hopefully he's got something that'll work out for us for Dave's car.
Pitbull's buddy Enzo has a high-end performance shop dealing with everything from custom builds to supercars.
Hey, Enzo, what's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
You know,
And this man knows his brakes.
I got these brakes here. 6-piston calipers.
wow, these things look fancy, let me tell you.
13-inch rotors.
Yeah, that should stop the car.
I think this is exactly what you need.
In the world of brakes, pistons per caliper mean more stopping power. Dave's car used to have 1 piston per caliper. Now they're gonna have 6. So what's something like this cost?
List price is $5,000.
Yeah, well, $5,000. $5,000 is a huge part of the budget. $5,000 into brakes? Whew, that's digging deep. We build a whole car for $5,000. It's a lot of money. You think it's worth it?
Well, what we should really do is take a ride in a car with 6-piston caliper brakes and see if that helps you make up your mind.
A 750 horsepower McLaren? Of course I want to go for a ride. This car doesn't have an interior, it has a cockpit, just like a fighter jet. You see me holding on?
If you're testing a fighter jet, where better than an airfield?
You want to see how fast we could go 0 to 60 and then back to 0?
Yeah, let's test out these brakes, man. I'm dying to know what it can do.
Seatbelts on?
Yeah, seatbelt's on. I'm good. I'm in place.
Okay. Let's do it.
You ever see a fighter jet land on one of those boats out in the ocean? Whoa! And just stops? Now I know how my wife feels when I drive my car. Talk about a taste of my own medicine.
0 to 60 and back to 0 in under 5 seconds is all the convincing Pitbull needs to spend big bucks.
I am sold, dude. I had to spend the money on these brakes. Dave's car is going to be 750, 800 horsepower. Brakes are no place to skimp out. One thing, though. You gotta let me drive this car home. Ooh. All right.
Go kart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pitbull has his brakes, but at $5,000, he's used every last cent of his budget.
They're just so nice. I can't get over how nice this color is.
Any more spending, and he'll eat into profit.
She is. All seated and ready to go. On this side.
At the rear, Leepu and Adam are placing the last piece of the gigantic 3-foot-tall spoiler.
You know what? This spoiler is going to create a lot of downforce, keep the car on the ground, and let go fast and save a lot of horses.
Yeah, who's gonna be saving the birds you're gonna be whacking with this thing? All right, man. I'm gonna start welding it up.
No. Wait.
What?
There's a very interesting thing needs to be done.
What?
Wait.
Before Leepu lets Adam attach his spoiler, he wants to test it first.
What do you need, man?
You know, you had some boat flares, right?
Boat flares?
Yeah. Can I have them?
Can you tell me why you want a boat flare?
I'm gonna test my spoiler.
I don't get it.
I'm gonna make my own wind tunnel.
A wind tunnel?
Yeah.
Like the car manufacturers have.
Exactly.
Boat flares? Wind tunnel? We're not building airplanes here.
At Pitbull Motors, the team's first race car customization is finally coming together. And Leepu's giant spoiler is about to undergo a unique aerodynamics test.
I'm gonna make my own wind tunnel. Come check it out. Come take a look. Yeah.
Totally lost.
Steve, come on. Look at my spoiler.
It's the first time Pitbull's seen Leepu's spoiler on the car.
Dude, are you serious? It looks like a park bench, man.
It's a spoiler.
Leepu plans to construct a makeshift wind tunnel using a fan and a smoke flare.
The fan will blow the air. If the smoke hits the spoiler, that means it's going through the spoiler. That means it's working.
And if it doesn't work, we take it off.
Deal.
We got a deal. It doesn't work.
All right.
It's off the car.
Okay.
I'll get your flare and we'll play with your little test here. We'll
Okay.
see what it ends up with.
Brian, get the fan. Close it down. Face the facts. Automatic
manufacturers spend millions of dollars every year on wind tunnel development.
Becca, turn that fan on.
They have sensors on the cars. Everything adds up. It's very calculated, very scientific. We're out maybe $25 on this thing.
This is my
Wouldn't
wind
that be
tunnel,
funny?
Steve. This is the wind tunnel.
Leepu's wind tunnel may be simple, but he's convinced it'll work.
When the flare, the smoke hits the spoiler, that means it's working. Yeah.
There we go.
Hold it, hold it.
Oh, there you go.
Look at this. It's going to the spoiler. It's working. It's working.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh, look at that.
It may not be the most scientific test, but it's good enough for Leepu.
They don't see what I see. The air is going up at the spoiler and creating downforce. It's working! It's working!
But Leepu's spoiler's performance is the last thing on the crew's minds.
This whole place is full of smoke. It said right on the flare, visible for 5 miles. What was he thinking?
Look at that! Look at my spoiler! Look at that! Yeah! It's so smoky in here.
I can barely even see back up. Leepu's jumping up and down saying it's working. I'm choking. I think it's time to get out of here before somebody dies.
Whose stupid idea was that? Look at the shop. It's destroyed. And Leepu's plan? I don't know. He says it worked out. He says his picnic table in the back of the car is doing its job.
It looks like Leepu's spoiler gets to stay. And as soon as Pitbull Motors clears of smoke, Leepu's back to doing what he does best.
Adam,
Yeah, what's up?
let's go start the design work.
There's less than a week till the big race, and the Cutlass still needs a hood. But right now, it won't fit over Pitbull's massive engine.
The intake and alternator, they're sticking out of the hood. So we have to make room for it. I think in this case, a coal induction hood would be nice.
Cowl induction hoods are common in NASCAR. They draw cold air into the engine bay to keep the high horsepower motors from overheating. Leepu wants to solve his hood problem and give Dave's drag car a performance upgrade by giving the Cutlass a cowl.
Measure up here 2.5 inch, like this. That means we have to cut some angular piece from here.
With his cowl cut from the car's own hood, Leepu uses sheet metal to form the sides. And then he's ready for his final trick.
You want to see something?
What you got?
Lift him up.
Hey, yeah, there you go. All right. Just like that? He's got a cowl induction hood. Pretty good. I like it.
Perfect.
Watch your back.
I'm putting this hood for the first time in the car. It looks mean.
Wow, Leepu, I knew you had it in you. Power and design all in one shot. I'm digging it. There.
Steve is based. He see function and design can work together. He's very happy.
Leepu's delivered on his hood. But with just 4 days until the Cutlass goes head-to-head with Pitbull's Chevy drag truck, there's a lot of mechanical work to do.
You know, as usual, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Everything has to come together just right.
Tomorrow, Pitbull will take the car to be race-tuned on a dyno, where he'll find out if his junkyard motor makes its 800 horsepower target. But first, the crew must finish the drivetrain.
All right, let's get this thing to the dyno.
Do it.
Colin, do you have a front or a rear? Man, I got a lot to get done yet tonight. Gotta get all these charge pipes done. I have to get the blow-off valve welded into. A lot of stuff. I'm gonna be here all night.
Early the next morning, work on the Cutlass is done. With Leepu's boat-shaped nose back on, it's ready for a showdown with the dyno.
Time, baby. It's time.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, we'll be
Let's go.
back. We only got 3 days left. If this car doesn't make 800 horsepower, we are screwed.
Leepu and Pitbull take the Cutlass to his buddy John. John's dyno allows him to fine-tune the motor's mixture of fuel and air to maximize combustion and horsepower.
This computer is hooked up to the onboard computer on the car, and we come to a determination if it needs more fuel, or if we have to take out more fuel, or if it needs more timing, or if it can take more timing, and basically calibrate it from there.
To get maximum horsepower out of Pitbull's twin turbos, John must push the junkyard's 5.3 Chevy motor to its absolute limit.
There's a fine line between boost and keeping the motor alive, so we're going to have to put it on the dyno, tune it up, get some high horsepower numbers with keeping the motor safe so it won't blow up.
When you pull an engine like this up to the level we're looking to get, anything can happen.
It's time to bring this Cutlass's engine to life.
It's like music to my ears. It's rumbling away and sounding just right. So right now, we're in a good way.
John slowly increases the load on the engine and finally gives it some real gas.
Leepu starts screaming, "Smoke, smoke!" I look at the left side of the engine, it's blowing smoke right out of the exhaust pipe through the fender. With this smoke, there's problems.
With just 3 days until the Cutlass goes up against Pitbull's drag truck in a race, the guys are trying to hit 800 horsepower on the dyno. But their first test run has gone up in smoke.
Man!
What's that?
We need a plan B. I can't afford for this engine to have failure on the dyno.
You know what? Kind of PCV system we have on this car.
Veteran dyno tuner John spots the problem.
So what's going on, boys, is all that boost, that pressure is basically going into the crankcase and pushing the oil out right through the exhaust.
The turbos are so powerful, they're blowing hot oil out of the engine as smoke. But John has a solution.
So now we're going to have to alleviate that by basically ventilating the crankcase with a catch can system. We'll get on that and, take it from there. Let's get going.
All right.
A $20 catch can will capture the escaping oil. It's an easy fix, and Pitbull's motor is ready for another run. John John takes the Cutlass slowly up towards 800 horsepower. The motor holds out, but this is as far as John dares to take it.
I am dying to run over there and see what that number is, because that number is going to make or break us.
This is the moment of truth for Pitbull's turbo build.
692, brother.
John's dyno is reading 692 horsepower at the wheels. But the motor's true horsepower measured at the crank is another 20% more.
So that means about 800 at the crank.
And this thing's gonna boogie, man.
Bam! That good stuff, rock and roll. Let's unload this thing.
The Cutlass has hit its 800 horsepower target. Finally, it's a match for its race rival, Pitbull's own Chevy drag truck.
This is going to be a hell of a race.
The boat-inspired Cutlass hits the road for its maiden voyage.
What do you think of the car? I feel like I'm in my truck right now.
The car's ready to race, but Leepu's not done yet. He takes it to the body shop for filling and sanding.
Yeah, that's great.
And with just one day before the big battle, it's ready for its war paint. And this time, fabricator Adam has a magic trick for Leepu.
Leepu wants to do some custom paint on this car, but the quickest way to do custom paint isn't actually with paint, it's with vinyl. When I'm not working for Steve, this is what I do.
Vinyl wrapping is a modern technique that's popular with custom car owners.
In short, vinyl wrapping is like taking a gigantic decal and wrapping the entire car in a specific color or pattern.
That's amazing.
Once the wrap's been applied, Adam's crew heat shrink it to the car.
Leepu wants to give it a shot. I'm not so sure because he's never done this before, but hey, let's let him try.
Yeah, let's do it.
There you go. That's enough. You ruined it. Well, you burned it.
It looks simple, but you have to have the skill to do it.
Lucky for Leepu, any mistakes just peel right off.
You already got it, man. You're natural. With the color quickly being applied to the car, it's pretty awesome to see it forming together and taking shape quickly. But there's still so much to do. This car's got to get done, man.
And after 8 hours of wrapping, Leepu finally sees the car in its true colors.
The car looks awesome. It's all orange.
It's the day of the big race.
Steve's always running his mouth off. Now it's time either to put up or shut up.
After 4 weeks of hard work, today the guys discover if the Cutlass is fast enough to beat Pitbull's own drag truck.
I don't know what's gonna happen, Leepu. I really don't.
But don't worry. 5 weeks is gonna make a big difference, man.
If the Cutlass doesn't win the quarter-mile race in under 10 seconds, then Dave gets 20 grand's worth of car for free.
Steve's late like usual.
Yeah, I don't know where these guys are.
Leepu, how's the car doing, man?
Oh, it's very powerful, Steve.
Here, son, I wonder if that's them. See, there must be his truck coming down there. I don't see anything else, though. Look at this thing. Oh, man. Wow. Look at that wing.
Look at the nose.
Bright orange, blue stripes. This thing looks pretty impressive.
How you doing, guys?
What's up, you?
Well, what do you think of the car?
It looks good from here. Let's take a closer look.
Leepu and Pitbull have transformed this 1987 Oldsmobile Cutlass into a mean boat-inspired drag car.
Look at the front nose. That's a boat. It'll less drag, it'll go fast.
Leepu's aerodynamic nose, cowl induction hood, and giant spoiler all promise better performance on the track.
Yeah.
Bad, right? Not bad.
Hey, what's with these pipes hanging at the fender here?
That's what he messed about with my design, this guy.
Let's see what's on the other side of these pipes.
Dave's looking at the car, and the only thing that's going through his mind, show me what's under the hood.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. I see now we got something under here at least.
Pitbull's replaced the 175 horsepower stock engine with an 800 horsepower twin turbocharged Chevy V8.
This thing made almost 800 at the dyno.
All right, well, I think it's time to see what it's going to do.
I'm ready when you are.
Let's go do it.
These two cars, horsepower-wise, are as even as it gets. This race is anybody's guess.
Dave wants to drive his Cutlass to see if it's the fast drag car he's willing to pay for.
Quarter-mile drag strip on the runway. First one to the checkered flag wins, and it's got to be under 10 seconds.
Pitbull's in his own drag truck, and this proud racer has no intention of handing Dave victory.
I don't care what I race, where I race, or how I race. If I race, it's for one reason, to win. That's it.
But winning means Dave gets a free car, and Leepu and Pitbull lose 20 grand. It's personal versus professional.
I'm not letting off. I'm not throwing his race. The finish line will tell the tale.
Pitbull's truck flies off the start line. But at halfway, Dave pulls ahead and keeps going. Dave's Cutlass beats Pitbull's truck by over 4 car lengths. Despite Pitbull's flying start, it was clear from early on that Leepu and Pitbull had created a monster.
Out of nowhere, like a slingshot, there's this orange blur going right past me. I hear his turbos.
It's not the turbo. It's my wing.
As the Cutlass crossed the line, it clocked 9.8 seconds. The guys have secured their 20 grand payday. And Leepu's convinced his 3-foot spoiler made all the difference.
That's all right, Dave. You win today. You're not gonna win next time.
Pitbull may have lost the race, but in 4 weeks, he's built an 800 horsepower car that runs a sub 10-second quarter mile.
Good race, man.
It sure was. Good show. Good show.
All right, well, time to pay.
I guess the deal's a deal, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
The build cost $15,000, so Leepu and Pitbull have made $5,000, their biggest profit to date.
All right, man. Seeing the money and the car, I'm so proud of us. Together, Pitbull and I could build the best custom cars in the world. We made a very good partnership. Goodness knows where we're gonna go next.
You know, today I might have lost the race and a little bit of pride. But Leepu and I, it shows that we can build a business, and not only that, we can build a business with a good reputation. And that to us is the American dream.